Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. And good morning, everybody, and welcome to day one at the Minnesota State Fair, the fourth year the Jason Show is broadcasted live. And it's a beautiful crowd on an absolute perfect day out here. The temperature couldn't be any better, and let's face it, this crowd couldn't be any better. Look at this crowd today. I love it. Beautiful people. Thank you guys so much for coming. It is day one. I can't believe it's already here. And it's going to be a gorgeous day for the next few days. So if you want to come out and see us, people ask all the time, yes, we're going to be live. You don't need a ticket to the Jason Show. You just need a ticket to the fair. We're conveniently located right next to the giant slide of the Fox 9 Pavilion. Most of the Fox 9 News shows will be out here. Plus, we're going to have bingo. You can win sunglasses and give bags. So come out and see us. We'll be live every day right around 10. Now, Kendall is off for a few days. People keep asking. She'll be back next week. But right now, she's a good friend of our show. She's actually family. In the audience, say hi to Miss Shannon, everybody. Hi, Shannon.
Hello. I mean, Jason, did you notice not only do we have our normal, full bleachers here at the Fox 9 State Fair booth, but we have standing room only. So thank you to everybody that came out to see us this morning.
The crowd, I love it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's hear it for the side people.
Yes.
The side people. That's right. I love you. There's a little girl in the front who I am loving. I love you too, sweetheart. And I love your bow. We got to get a shot of your bow. That's the best bow at the State Fair. Anyway, Shannon, this is what I think this is our second or third fair together.
I feel like we have gone through a lifetime and more, though.
Yes, we have. No Ferris wheels this year, Shannon. No Ferris wheels.
Why?
No. Thank you, audience.
Why?
They know. No Ferris
They
wheels.
didn't say no. They said, oh.
No.
As
Believe
in,
me.
oh, really?
No, you will not be getting photographer Eric is shooting Shannon right now. Nod your camera, Eric, right? No Ferris wheels at all. That's right, yes. Because that ended in disaster. I will tell you, though, if you've been away for a while, I just want to make note. I'm hiding it with, there's my girl with the bow.
Yay.
There she is right there. Hi, sweetheart. I love you. What a sweetheart. I want to make mention, if you've been away for the show for a little while, I'm kind of blocking it with my microphone today. Shannon, no laughing, girl. You're my friend. But my lip looks like I was bit by a Kardashian, but I was not. Here's... But I'm looking at myself on the monitor. I'm totally blocking the lip. But anyway, I finally found out what happened, Shannon, and this is I said this yesterday. This is kind of a warning to all of you. The diagnosis is I have a sunburn on my lip, which I didn't know. Thank you. Someone just screamed, what? Yeah, I didn't know it could happen either. It happened in Florida, and I went to a dermatologist, and she said, no, it looks like a sunburn. So I'm just telling you, as you're around at the State Fair, the temperature is going to be good. Put that sunblock on because I haven't eaten solid food since Monday.
Right.
So, yeah, I've been living on smoothies and, creamed corn. So it's been great. So I'm excited to actually eat something.
I'm glad that you have the right diagnosis now because then you can treat it appropriately.
Yeah. So, again, if you're looking at me going, Myrtle, his lips are big. It's normally not like that, and I apologize.
I'm glad that you were telling everybody that because I'm sure that there's a couple haters out there. They're like, he has some work done and doesn't want to admit it.
I know. Oh, no. Mm-hmm. If I've had work done, I'd tell you. This forehead is courtesy of Botox. Let's just say that. I'm 45. I have no shame. Mm-hmm. Look at this forehead. I look like Marcia Cross. Look at that. I haven't shown emotion since the late 90s. Here we go, everybody. No matter where we are, this is what we do. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. On a stick. Look at that. Look at our fancy little graphic. Well, first up, it's a sad day for those of us who are fans of The Real Housewives of New York. One of the show's most well-known, I would argue, the most well-known is leaving. Bethany Frankel surprised a lot of folks. She's giving up her Apple. In a statement, I love this scene so much. She went nutter butters right here. Anyway, in a statement, she says it's time to move on and focus on her daughter, her philanthropy, and her production partnership with Mark Burnett. That name is familiar. He does Survivor. He does The Voice. Now, as some of you know, Bethany was an OG housewife. She left after season 3 and returned for season 7 in 2015. Shannon, I know what you're thinking. I think I cursed this because I got a text message from Shane yesterday. She goes, this is your fault because literally on yesterday's episode of our show, I looked in the camera and I said, if Bethany Frankel ever leaves this show, it's doomed.
Right.
And then what happens? 4 hours later, Bethany Frankel is leaving the show. So,
Does that new lip have magical powers? Is that what happened?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, audience.
Just
Okay.
saying.
This is how this is going to roll. We're going to keep track of Shannon's lip jokes. You get 4 more at the fair,
Okay.
Shannon. You
All
get
right,
4
okay.
more lip jokes.
I will use them sparingly.
There we
Don't worry.
go.
Okay.
No, I mean this, though. I don't know. I think many of the fans like Bethany in this ensemble. I think people like Bethany for a lot of reasons, but they like her on this show. And look, she does have other projects in the works, but I don't know if any of them are going to give her and her brand the publicity and the exposure that the Real Housewives and Bravo served up to her on a golden platter.
So you're saying we only like her in an ensemble? We don't really want her to have her own talk show? She's not that kind
Well,
of
she had a talk show, and she also had a single show, and they did all right. But what I'm saying is I think people enjoy her when she's interacting with these ladies.
And freaking out?
Yeah, well, and I do get the point. Look, she made this note, and she's right. The culture has changed. We're kind of sick of seeing women throwing wine glasses at each other. She's kind of sick of it after all these years. I can understand not wanting to do the same thing for 10 years. I'm just selfish. I love her on the show. She's the only reasonable voice on that cast sometimes. I think the show's going to suffer. The only redeeming thing that Andy Cohen and Bravo can do to save this is if they brought Jill Zarin back. Okay. Then that would be some thank you, one person clap, because only one person knows who Jill Zarin is. That's all right. That's all right. Next, yeah. I'm not even coming to you because I know you don't watch these shows. You're just going to shame me for watching them. So anyway.
Hey, do you, boo. Enjoy
thank you, girl.
it. Somebody has to watch it. That's why it's been on for 25 years.
That's right.
So.
Speaking of shows that have been on for 25 years, make that a long time. Next in the dish, ABC revealed the new cast of Dancing with the Stars yesterday. And there's one person that has been quite controversial, which means it's time for...
Oh, no, she didn't.
That's right. Yeah. It's actually, oh no, they didn't. So in the big reveal yesterday for Dancing with the Semi-Stars, ABC turned a lot of heads with this announcement. Look at this.
From the briefing room is Sean Spicer.
The nice thing is Sean will be in charge of assessing audience size throughout the entire...
No, he did not. We hear your mother-in-law.
Oh, yes, he did.
Yes.
That's host Tom Bergeron throwing some shade at new cast member, former White House press secretary Sean Spicer. Sean says he had conversations back with ABC in 2017 about joining the show, but the timing wasn't right. Now, some people aren't happy that the show has gone a little political, including the host. In a surprising twist, I'm just kind of thinking Tom doesn't like his job because he went off, because he went off on his own show. Tom wrote this in part on Twitter. Tom says he had conversations with the new executive producer of the show and expressed hope that the show would stay out of politics and avoid divisive bookings from people of either party, but said after that meeting, they apparently decided to go in a different direction. He says, as the host, he imagines viewers looking for a 2-hour escape and is still hopeful that will be the case when the show debuts in September. Look, I get that. I said this on the radio show. I think people are looking for an hour, 2 hours where they're not surrounded by political news. That's why we don't do politics on this show. I want it to be a respite for the day. We don't talk about it. I don't care. I respect all. I don't want any, I think it's the old Johnny Carson rule. When you start going down the politics route, you immediately alienate 50% of your audience, and I don't think that's fair. But I'm just going to say this. We both know the business. Let me tell you, viewers, what's crazy about this is the host of a show kind of attacking his own network and his own executive producer. Because let me tell you, if I did that, there would be a very long meeting with Fox. Right, Shannon? Am I not?
That is true.
Seriously.
That's why I think it's very brave. But I also think that it was very honest. And I appreciate his integrity by saying that was his viewpoint. Because he didn't say, I hate this guy. He said, I don't think it was a good choice. I think that's fair. They don't have to love everybody.
I know, but let me play devil's advocate. You're the host of that show, so these people are a guest in your house. And you have already come out publicly. He didn't say his name, but come on, we ain't dumb. He meant Sean Spicer. I'm playing devil's advocate. how does that make his guest feel? You know, I mean,
Clearly he does not care.
Well, no, because each person on that show makes around $200,000. So I think they're going to be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Next on the dish, the list. Speaking of high paychecks, the list of the highest paid actors of 2019 is out, and the richest actor is not necessarily always the best actor. Do you guys have any guesses of who it is? I think you're going to be a little surprised.
See, they're already.
Oh no. That's right. The audience is right. The Rock tops the 2019 list. Yeah. He pulled in, listen to this, audience, $90 million last year.
Right.
Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle was a big hit at the box office, grossing nearly $1 billion. He also gets paid $700,000 an episode for his HBO show called Ballers. Chris Hemsworth is number 2. That kind of surprised me. Robert Downey Jr., there's that Iron Man money, finishing out the top 3 thanks to the success of the Avengers. Does The Rock surprise you, Shannon?
No, not at all. And I don't think some of our people, they don't necessarily agree with you saying that he's not good, right?
No, he's a great actor.
No. I didn't.
They think he's a good actor, is what I'm saying.
Producer Ted wrote that. I don't say that. I'm just joking. I'm throwing Ted right under the bus. No. I'm just kidding. Yeah, producer Ted agrees. But no, I look, I like The Rock. He's a very nice guy. I'm just saying they need to put The Rock in some. Jumanji was great, but he needs to be put in some better movies. Would you not agree, Shannon? You know I'm right. Thank you, woman behind Shannon clapping. Yes.
I don't know if I think The Rock likes being in these accessible, family-friendly movies. That's what I'll call them. Mm-hmm. I don't think he wants to be anything better. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't see him doing a bunch of like, hey, let's do Shakespeare. I'm Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I don't really think he's going that route.
Mm-hmm. A lot of things are accessible. It doesn't mean it's good. Still ahead, everybody. We're talking to two people. We're talking to 2 people who call themselves the Fair Fanatics. Actually, just one. What they love about the fair and how you can follow their journey. They have great tips. Don't go anywhere. And then you can't talk fair foods without her. Our food diva, Stephanie Hansen, will be here to talk about some of the new foods when we return. Day 1 at the Minnesota State Fair. Back after this. And welcome back, everybody. Day 1 at the Minnesota State Fair. Great crowd today. Hey, speaking of the crowd, it is absolutely beautiful out here. So the only bad thing about that is we just heard in that commercial break, if you're watching from home and you're getting ready to come to the fair, listen to this. All park and ride lots are full at this point. Already. So, and the weather's only going to be nicer the next couple days, so plan ahead. Well, our next guest loves the fair so much that he's part of a new team called the Fair Fanatics, and they have an Instagram account. I love it. I follow it. It's really funny. Dedicated to their obsession. Look at this.
Hi, I'm Kat.
And I'm Sasha.
And we are total fair fanatics.
Well, I like to call us fair enthusiasts.
Well, we love the Minnesota State Fair.
A lot. Ask anybody. We go every year, multiple times a year.
Sometimes multiple times a day.
We go for the sights, the sounds.
The people, the animals, and of course, the food. So much food.
We have the pictures to prove it.
So many pictures.
In fact, many friends
and strangers
rely on our fair adventures for recommendations.
Our fair share of what to do, where to go, what to eat, how to eat, when to eat. Gosh, I'm so hungry.
Well, this year, we're joined...
And we are lucky to have one of the Fair Fanatics. He's a good friend of mine, everybody. Give it up for Sasha Andreev, everybody. Hi, Sasha.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, I told her I'm not going to act like we aren't friends, and we haven't been friends for years. I know you. So
I know.
How did I wasn't surprised you got this gig, but how did you get this gig? This is the best gig in the world.
It's pretty awesome. So my friend Catherine and I have been big fans of the fair for years.
Yeah.
And she came to me earlier this year and she said, how can we become ambassadors for the state fair?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why don't we just come up with some ideas? Mm-hmm. So we made a phone call. We pitched them a bunch of ideas for creating content. We love to eat food.
Yeah.
But it became something a little bit more than just food. And the State Fair really loved a lot of the ideas, and they hired us to produce a bunch of videos to help fairgoers, whether old or new, to better get to know the fairgrounds, how to get to the fair, what it has available, so you can have a better time when you come.
And Sasha is no stranger to all this. You're looking at some of the videos, because if he looks familiar, you've probably seen him in a gas station commercial, or my favorite is all the U.S. Bank commercials. Sasha is a fantastic local actor around here, around the Twin Cities, and nationally as well. So out of all the, and I know it's like picking kids, but you're here, you are a state fair fanatic. What's the first thing you do when you arrive at the fair?
I always get, well,
Your
if I come
tradition.
in the morning,
Yeah.
I love getting a nitro cold brew at the Farmers Labor Union.
I've never had one, and I'm a coffee guy. Is it really
It's very
good?
good. It was my
Okay.
first time trying nitro a few years ago, and now it's everywhere, but that was the place where I tried it first. And I love having breakfast at the West End Market.
Okay.
Because they have so many great foods, particularly at the Blue Barn.
The Blue Barn.
So I just
Love
have
them.
their new crispy potato skin.
How
which
is that?
It lives up to all the hype. Béarnaise sauce on top of steak, on top of grilled onions and eggs on a crispy baked potato skin.
Oh, Sasha,
It
hold on.
hits the spot.
Guess what, audience? I just heard in my ear, Keith Marler's treating all of you to that breakfast right after the show. That's right. Oh, he is going to kill me. I'm kidding. Legally, let me tell you, I'm kidding. Yeah, there we go. So, okay, so let's move on from breakfast.
Oh, move on for breakfast. Well, this is an oldie but a goodie.
Okay.
But inside the food building, in this corner, there's a stand that only makes one item, and that is a wild rice burger.
I have seen, audience, I have seen this year after year, but I have to admit I've never had it.
It's not, they don't do a lot of big poppy signs or advertising. It's just this one grill that makes all these delicious moist burgers with a crunchy wild rice mixed in. You can get a spicy mayo on top, some fried onions. Oh, it really hits the spot.
Okay, let's talk about your favorite attractions, the 4-H musical. And you know something about musicals. I didn't know there was a 4-H musical,
it actually
Sasha.
surprises me that so few people know about it, because I tell people, they're like, what's that? It happens multiple times a day throughout the fair.
Multiple times a day?
And it is several dozen kids from 4-H clubs across Minnesota putting on a musical, and it's always super fun. It's original. They take pop songs and connect them with a fun plot, and it's a little over the top. It's a little ridiculous, but it's incredibly sweet and inspiring, and it's only like 45 minutes, so I highly encourage everyone to go see
I'm
it.
going to have to take my executive producer, Jeff. He was a former 4-H kid, so we're going to have, that's right. Yes, he was.
You'll love it.
Finally, new pavilion. There's a new pavilion this year?
So there's a new pavilion on the north end of the fair. I haven't gone to it yet, but there's a big sort of corn husk installation made out of LCD screens, and there's also a big Angry Birds physics attraction for kids.
Oh, cool.
And that's going to change every year, but this year that's what they're doing. It's always exciting when the fair really builds new infrastructure and builds these new attractions, because every single year attendance goes up, so we keep breaking records.
My friend, what do you think it is? I mean, because we both travel a lot. When we mention the fair, people have been here, love it. There are other fairs, obviously. The Texas fair is huge. Iowa. What is it about our fair that makes it so darn special?
I think there's just a great diversity of things to do. It's a permanent installation. It's part of the culture of the state.
Very much so.
And we're just so gosh darn nice here in Minnesota.
That's right. Well, it is. I will tell you, Sasha may know this too. I say this all the time. It is hard to explain it to out-of-towners sometimes, because other fairs, like TV stations, as you guys know, every TV station has a permanent structure here. That doesn't happen at other fairs. And we had to explain to the people, like, no, this is part of our culture. This is huge.
I had a friend from New York visiting a couple of years ago, and I was trying to get her to go to the fair, and she's like, I don't care. This is dumb.
Yeah.
She ended up going 3 times without me.
Yeah. Well,
because she loved it so much. Once you have a taste, you just want more.
That's right. And if you want more, you got to follow Sasha and their adventures on the Instagram account Fair Fanatics. It's very easy. It's very self-explanatory to search for. Right, Fair Fanatics?
Fair Fanatics at Instagram. We're also on Facebook, and the fair will be continuing to put out more videos that we've made for them throughout the fair.
There we go. Give it up for Sasha, everybody. Still ahead.
Thanks for having me.
Keeping with the food theme, one of the new foods of the fair, and then Stephanie Hansen with her picks when we return. Day 1 continues right after this. And welcome back, everybody. Day 1 of the Minnesota State Fair. We are live here at the Fox 9 Pavilion. Well, every day here on the Jason Show, we'll be trying out some of the new foods. And today, actually, the audience will be eating the new foods today. I won't be eating. We couldn't think of a better way to kick it off from Swine and Spuds. I love that name. Give it up for Ashley, everybody. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay. We're going to take a shot. Photographer Eric's going to take a shot here. These look amazing. What am I looking at?
So this is the deep fried dilly dog. So how it's made is a pickle with the insides bored out, stuffed with a bratwurst, and deep fried.
Okay, we're gonna have to go back through that one more time.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So what is that again?
So you start with a pickle.
Here, Eric, let me give it a big. They're a close. I'll cover my lips with it. Go ahead.
So you start with a pickle, and you bore out the insides. You stuff the pickle with a bratwurst, and then you deep fry it in batter.
Wow. Okay. How long did that? I mean, I am so curious of what goes into the development. How did you guys come up with this concoction?
So our chef, actually, his 3 favorite foods are a pickle, a corn dog, and a bratwurst. So he just thought he would combine them all.
And he did. Okay, we have an audience member. Come over. Christina, come over. Get up for Christina, everybody. Okay, there we go. Please, go ahead. Please enjoy the pickle. Oh, my
You
goodness.
just got to get in it.
You're like a great white in Nantucket. Look at that.
Fantastic.
Is it good? Can I see the inside? Eric, get a shot of the inside. That's what it looks like after a great white attacked it there. That was fantastic. I love your bites. That is fantastic, girl. You are not, like, because some people on TV, they go like this. They take little mice bites. You are like, you go, girl. Give it up for Christina there. Come here, Shannon. You got to eat one. You got to eat one. Shannon. Just eat. Shark it, girl. Oh, my goodness. Holy crap, Shannon. Well. Okay. How is it?
Gone. Delicious. It's wonderful.
It better be you swallowed that whole, girl.
Well, I had to one-up Christina.
That's right, you did, yeah. Ashley, where are you guys located?
So we're in the Warner Coliseum.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Oh, audience, some of you get to try. Christina's still eating, girl. Look at her. She is still, look at her, mawing away. We give her another one. She needs another one or something. Anyway, give up for Ashley, everybody. Swine and Spuds is the place. We'll have another new food tomorrow. And now, audience, Shannon will pass out the food to you. There we go. Don't forget, you can come see us at the Minnesota State Fair. We're located right next to the Giant Slide. The Jason Show will be live every day at 10 a.m. You do not need to sign up like you normally do for us in studio. You just need a ticket to the State Fair, and we are live every day at 10 a.m. When we come back, sticking with our food theme, she is our food diva no matter where we are. Stephanie Hansen has her picks for the fair when we return. Back after this. Thank you so much. Welcome back, everybody. Day 2 at the Minnesota State Fair. Or day 1. What am I talking about? It's the medication for the lip. Anyway, no matter where we are, we count on her for our food diva-ness. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Weekly Dish and her own podcast, give it up for Stephanie Hansen, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, Steph.
Hi, everybody.
Now, you are the food diva just for restaurants around the Twin Cities, but
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the same question to you before we get to your list of picks.
Sure.
I want to ask you the same question I kind of asked Sasha. You travel all over the world, too. You know the food culture. What is it about the Minnesota State Fair here on day 1 that makes it rather special?
It is hard to quantify,
It
but
is.
it's like a mixture of the people, the weather, the culture, the sure, you betcha. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of that here.
Is there?
Yeah, and
Oh.
it gives it a real
Do that one more
flavor.
time, please.
You betcha.
That's right, yeah.
You know, when you butt in line in front of someone and
You betcha. Yeah. So,
it's kind of a combination of all of the things. And just, I mean, there's over 2 million people here.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic that you get all this humanity in one place and everybody has fun.
and covering food in the Twin Cities, our food and dining scene has elevated over the last 10 years. Don't you think the elevation has been equal here at the fair?
Excuse me, yes. Let me just cough right on live on air. This
There
is
we
live
go.
TV. Okay, so there's over 300 vendors here, and there's only 80 things approximately on a stick.
Oh.
You would think that there'd be more because we think about everything on a stick.
Yeah.
Our podcast is called Podcast on a Stick, but the food has been elevated, the expectations are a little bit higher, and the quality's better.
And that's a win for all of us.
Absolutely.
I'm just joking.
We've got lip
I know.
action, we've got coughing
I know.
action, you know.
Stephanie is trying really hard because we're dear friends to not make a lip joke. She's
Nope.
trying so hard. So I appreciate
It is not easy.
I appreciate your restraint.
I'm the lady that laughs when someone falls down.
That's right. Okay, so let's get to some of your picks here. Where are we starting?
Okay, so-
Where are we starting here?
Yeah, we're going to we'll start with just some classic favorites. I really love, you happen to be right next to Dimitri's Gyros.
Oh,
And this
yes.
gyro is one of my favorites. I love the flavoring that they have on the meat. The tzatziki is really fresh. It's light. It's a big sandwich, but you can get a couple of forks in there. My advice for everything is everything is a two-man job. So don't just
unless you're Christina. Yeah,
She did kind of hork down the dilly
that's
dog.
my
I'm
girl
not
right
gonna
there.
lie.
Yeah.
So you want to have 2 forks for everything. Our friend Stephanie March, who's my radio partner, she actually thinks everyone should have a fork on a necklace so that we can be more ecological.
Christina.
Yeah.
Next
so
year,
look
Christina.
for that next year. We'll be
Yeah.
having compostable forks, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay, this is new. This is the lavender lemonade. This is from the Farmers Union.
And I love that you brought your drink carrier. Okay.
This is going to feel good on your lip, you old crab. Come on.
Okay.
He's judging my drink carrier. I bet when you go to the Starbucks, you get one of those.
Whatever. Okay, what
Okay.
am I supposed to do? I mean,
Drink it.
I'm supposed to drink
Lavender
it. Yeah.
lemonade. It's very refreshing. It's tart. It's made with real lemons, and it has a little rosemary in it.
Okay. Yeah.
and
it's
all
good.
you can think of is putting gin in there, can't you? But I don't think you're supposed to bring flasks into the state fair. Just saying.
Christina. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Christina.
Oh, that's really good.
Yes. Now, Christina kind of stole my thunder because she did the whole dilly dog thing, but I really haven't had this.
And this is what it
was
looks-
on my list of things
And
that
this
I
is
wanted.
the real
Yes.
size, right? So Eric, get a shot. This is. Try to take that down, Christina. Look at that. Holy crap! It's as big
the
as
size
your
of my head, and I have a big head.
Hanson, I'm not kidding. That is the size of your melon.
And it kind of weighs like a pound.
Oh, I'm handing this to Christina here. I gotta go up here. Christina, go to town, girl. Go to town on that one. Look at that. She is just, look at her. She is holding it like the Statue of Liberty. Look at that.
Okay, this is the first time I'm eating this, and this is really everything I wanted it to be.
Okay.
There's the pickle with the bratwurst inside it. He's going to make fun of me again. Is it my mustard face?
It is no. It's everything I wanted it
I
to
have
be.
high expectations.
The hell did you want it to be, Hanson?
I wanted it to be tart, and I wanted the sausage to be awesome. I wanted the cornmeal of the crust. I wanted ketchup and mustard. It's really good.
Can I say this? I say this every time Hanson's on. The reason you all watching should trust what she says is Stephanie Hanson is the most blatantly honest person on the face of planet Earth. So, so if she tells you she likes it, she does. And if she doesn't like it, she will flat out look at you and say, that is really awful. That is, yeah.
Which is why I can't stop looking at your lip.
That's right.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's why I read Stephanie March's column and not yours. We're here all week, folks. We're here all week. Go ahead.
We could do a funny comedy
I know
show.
we could.
Okay, so if you're like a sophisticated person and you want to elevate your fair food a little bit,
Yeah.
okay, goat cheese on a grilled peach from the Produce Exchange. This it was
yeah.
a new fair food last year, and it's still one of my favorites. Do you do goat cheese?
I do, and I can't eat it now, but people talk about this, and I like last year I thought,
It's gonna like fall out if I put it in my mouth.
yeah, it will. Okay, it's
Yum.
so good.
It's fantastic.
It's simple.
And it's sweet, and there's honey in the goat cheese with a little bit of thyme. It's super fresh tasting. I don't know why that combination works, but grilled peaches are always amazing.
There we go. Audience, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
she's the most. Do you have one more? Is that it?
No, I also want to just tell you that I think you should get. I had some Nordic waffles this morning.
Okay.
Those were fantastic. The El Pastor waffle has pineapple, and the meat was so perfectly seasoned. It was like a taco in a waffle.
We don't have one, do we? I
No,
want
we
one.
don't.
Okay.
Also, the other thing that I ate this morning that I loved was at the Blue Barn. They have a long chicken strip that's covered in cornflakes, and
Yes.
then it's got Nashville hot sauce on it.
Oh.
It's on a little piece of white bread to kind of sop up the sauce, and then it has the pickles. That was real good. And, okay, I don't normally like all the sweet things. Strawberry cream ale beer that they also have at Blue Barn. And $1 for every beer they sell is going to financial literacy. It's a collaboration with the Minnesota Credit Union.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and it's delicious.
And both of those places you mentioned are at the West End Market, right?
Yes,
The
I
brand
spent
new.
my morning at West End. I will be branching out throughout the course of the week.
Stephanie Hansen, everybody. She's going to be sticking around. More crazy food, more crazy Hansen when we return. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Day one of the Minnesota State Fair. Stephanie Hansen sticking around. As I said, she is our food expert. She's the one that I text and call when I'm like, hey, where should we go to this? And I'm in the mood for that. So we're going to let you borrow Stephanie today with her state food expertise. Shannon's over in our audience with some food questions for Steph. Hi, Shannon.
Hi. So are we going to start with you? What is your question for our friend Stephanie?
What's your favorite food
Okay.
at the fair?
Perfect.
My favorite food at the fair is probably, right now, I'm going to say the...
Okay, Stephanie, the show is 20 more minutes.
The Cindy Smith's Cinnabuns.
Okay.
That's a breakfast item. It's something you can always get when you walk in. They're super fresh, and they're delicious, and the frosting is amazing.
There we go.
I'll be honest, I'm a little concerned now. I thought that was going to be our easiest question, and Stephanie took a really long time.
There's so many.
I know. Hansen scared me there, too.
Okay.
Who do we have?
Okay. Do you have a grill secret for pork chops?
Oh, I really do. Buy at least a pork chop that's about 2 inches thick. So get them thick cut. And then you're going to use a rub. There's any kind of like Cajun rub or a blackened seasoning. And make sure you salt them and let them come to room temperature approximately. So let them be out for about 30 to 40 minutes before you grill them because you want to get the temperature more even.
Okay, and then, but how are you grilling it? Are you like hot grill
Oh,
quickly?
yeah.
Or?
Yep, hot grill marks. And then you're going to get one side hot, flip it over, other side hot, and then you can move it to a little cooler area to just make sure it gets through all the way. But I like medium rare pork. I know a lot of people think that's weird, but if you've bought good pork, it's fine.
There we go. Thank you. Shannon, who do we have next?
My name is Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
I want to know if you know what the oldest food at the fair is.
Oh, that is a good question. And I think it might be the Dairy Barn. I think it might be like the whole milkshake and the milk at the Dairy Barn.
What's the oldest vendor?
I tried to find that out because I wanted to interview the person. I think Carl at Gizmos has been here a really long time. So I think I'm going to just go with him. Sorry, Carl, if you're not. And I just aged you.
You really aged Carl there, right there, yeah.
He's the oldest.
We're taking questions for Stephanie Hansen. One more, Shannon.
Hi, I'm Bonnie. And what is your favorite food to take home with you? Because you get so full eating here.
Oh,
You
great
have to
question.
take something home.
I already know this. And it's a two-part answer. First of all, you got to come with a Ziploc bag. Start there. So then you go over to your Sweet Martha's and you get your bucket. And you take the top layer off and you put that in your Ziploc bag. Then you can close your bucket, and you're going to take your bucket home, and you're going to eat out of your bag throughout the fair. But your bucket's going to be fresh for when you get home, and you can freeze it.
Good idea.
So you can have State Fair cookies all year round.
There we go. Give it up for Stephanie Hansen. Oh, look. And look right there. Eric, take a shot. She is prepared. She has, not only does she have a Ziploc bag, she has aluminum foil to wrap up a pork chop. That is good.
She's not going to let any bite go to waste.
No, Hanson, that's a great idea.
Oh, and I just remembered the Hamlin Dining Hall is the oldest food vendor at the State Fair.
Yeah, Hamlin Dining Hall. You have a little bit of lipstick on your lip. May I rub that off? There we go. Turnabout is fair play.
Yeah, totally.
Again, you can hear Stephanie on the Weekly Dish 9 to 11 on My Talk 107.1, and it's available in podcast form as well. And it's Stephanie's Dish on social media, right?
And we have podcast on a stick, too. Every day of the State Fair, we're releasing a podcast that you can find wherever you find your podcasts.
Perfect. Stephanie Hansen, everybody. Crickets for food, huh? You'll find out what we're talking about when we return. Back after this. It's the first day of the Minnesota State Fair. We are so excited to be back, our year 4. Coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to go into the audience and play our favorite fair tradition. Let's make a deal. I'm going to see what wacky stuff these folks have in their bags, and they could win prizes. The wackier, the better. But right now, more food. Hanson sticking around for more sassiness. I said crickets, and I really mean it. From 3 cricketeers. I love that. Please welcome our next guests, Chad and Claire Simmons, everybody. Simons. Hi, guys.
Thank you.
Hi.
Okay, so this is a Steph knows all about this. You guys are a family-owned business. How did this start, and what exactly do you do?
So 3 Cricketeers is an urban farm in St. Louis Park, and it is pretty much a blending of our passions. It's sustainability for Chad and nutrition for me. And we actually grow the crickets, we breed them, we harvest them, and then we process them into either a powder or we roast them.
Are they in your basement, in a container?
They used to be.
Okay.
Are they in their basement?
Well, because they're cricket ranchers.
They're professional farmers,
But
Steph.
that's a lot of people start out in their basement.
You have
cricket
to start
ranch.
small and then you scale up.
Stephanie does weird stuff in her basement, so that's why she's asking. Yeah. Okay, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the U.S. is a little behind. Like, this is a big thing in other countries. We're like a step behind the cricket revolution.
Yeah. Yep.
We're starting the revolution now. Here we go.
That's right. Yeah, right here at the
Yeah,
Jason
80% of the world currently eats some form of insect now, and it's very sustainable.
80%?
Yeah, 80%. So we're catching up, but we're going to catch up fast.
Yeah, where? Like South America's a place that
Yes.
eats like cricket
Thailand.
flour, I heard.
Yes.
How in the world do you make cricket flour?
You roast the crickets and then you mill it into a fine powder.
What are you laughing
And you
at?
can put it in
You roast
anything.
them and grind them up.
I don't make flour. I host a show.
But that's the best part, that you roast them and grind them up. And then they're like a huge source of protein, and you can make all kinds of things. You could have a cricket corn dog.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. You could.
Oh, Hanson. Okay, so what are we making here at the fair?
So we have cooking demos tomorrow
Okay.
at the Cambria Kitchen. So we're going to have those throughout the day.
Okay.
We brought
Wait till we show it, Hanson, and you can eat it.
brought molasses cookies made with cricket powder.
Okay.
And then we brought a little debut crickets on a stick.
Okay.
The Jason Show debut. Right?
Are they?
And this is like our little sword. It's,
Okay.
You know, the 3 Cricketeers.
Are they glazed in anything?
They're flavored. It has a garlic, ginger, soy sauce, sesame seed.
I'm so.
Kind of sad when they're skewered. They're sort of sad.
You would be too if you were skewered, Hanson. Okay, go ahead, eat it, because I sadly can't eat today. Oh no, not all of them, girl. What are you, Christina? What are you?
They're real good. They're just like crunchy soy texture.
Okay.
Nice garlicky aftertaste.
The crickets have an aftertaste, you say? That's right. Okay, I'm going to give one to Christina. She's our official. Okay. Eric, follow me up. Come here, Christina. Stand up if you would, sweetheart. Stand up. Come here, Christina. Come over here. I mean, you've been eating the whole show. Your family is your family worried about you now?
I think so. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you're like, oh god, here we go.
Here we go.
They're good.
Oh, Christina, you don't have to eat all of them. Okay. Oh no, it's all right.
They're actually pretty good.
Yeah. Are they good?
Yeah.
Do you get that garlic taste that Hanson was talking about?
I do. Yeah. Garlicky soy.
I just ate crickets.
Yeah.
You just ate crickets on television.
Oh my god. There we go.
Her family's proud, everybody. That's right. Okay, Eric, we'll come down here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, and let's eat one of the cookies here. Hanson, you eat the cookie. It's molasses, right, guys?
Molasses cookie. It's like a ginger
delicious.
snap.
You can't tell the difference, can you?
But there's probably like how many grams of protein in this cookie?
Probably 6 or 7.
Like that's pretty good.
It's like a protein bar.
Seriously?
After you worked out, Jace, and you'd be like building muscle.
Be hopping around.
Okay, just go over there. I can't handle anymore. When's your cooking demo again?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yep,
And
all
where
day.
at?
It's at the Cambria Kitchen.
There we
in
go.
The creative activities.
Give it up. We should go. We should help. We should go and because we're a riot together. Let me tell you. Yeah. Give it up for Chad and Claire, everybody. 3 Cricketeers. Go see them. And audience, Shannon's going to pass some crickets out to y'all. There we go. We're going to take a break. As I said, we're going to wrap up the fair as we always. We're going to wrap up today at the fair as we always do. I'm going into the audience to play Let's Make a Deal fair style when we return. Back after this. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Welcome back, everybody. We are wrapping up day 1 of the Minnesota State Fair. Don't forget, we're going to be here every day live at 10 a.m. People ask if you need tickets because normally in our studio, you need to sign up for tickets, but you do not need to sign up. You just need a ticket to the Minnesota State Fair and come to the Fox 9 Pavilion. We're located right next to the Giant Slide, so come see us every day at 10 a.m. And my radio show actually is live at My Talk at 6 a.m., 6 to 9, up there on Machinery Hill. Actually, a lady up there has my radio show T-shirt. Very nice. Hey, girl, hey. Right up there. I love it. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do, we started this year 1 because we actually just celebrated. We're getting ready to do our 5th season. And when I think of the fair, I always think of the debut of our show because we had debuted, and a week later we came out to the Minnesota State Fair. So when I think of the fair, I think about the very beginnings of our show. And one of the first things we wanted to do was a throwback to the great game show, Let's Make a Deal with Monty Hall way back when. It's back on CBS. So what I'm going to do is I have a card in my hand filled with goofy items. I'm going to ask this audience if they have these items in their purse, backpack, bag, whatever, and if they do, they get a nice prize from Miss Shannon, who's down there with, some fanny packs, which are back in style, I hear. Everyone loves a fanny pack. Okay, the first item, let me look at my card from producer Jeff. Anybody have an extra pair of underwear in their bag? Anybody? You do not! Stand up. Stand up. Is that really a pair of underwear?
Yes. Yeah.
What's your name?
Jackie.
Jackie. Flash it really quickly one more time. Just for proof, we need the lawyers to see it. There we go.
Give a lady her underwear back.
I gotta tell you, I didn't paw the underwear. For legal reasons, I needed to see it. That is fantastic. I will tell you this. I don't care how long this show runs. This clip will be in every best of reel for the rest of the run of the show. Without a doubt. Producer Ted back at the ranch, make a note of this time code right there. You will now, I'm not kidding you, in every meeting from this time out, you will be known by the name Underwear Woman. That's right. I know us. That's what's going to happen. Okay. Who has anyone have any nose spray? Nose spray of any kind. Do you have nose spray? You do! Right there, Shannon! Give it up for the dude over there. Okay. Okay, now this will be easy, especially if you just listen to Miss Stephanie. Anybody have a fork? A fork. Oh, down there. Shannon, down there. Oh, you're almost close. You might have the next one. Ray down there. Oh, you have one too? Okay. Let's move on. Anyone have an iPad or a tablet of any kind? Oh, right there. Let me see it. Oh, you have a knapsack. There we go. No underwear, right? You're fine. Yeah, there we go. She gets one. Okay, next, if you have this, I will really have some questions. Anybody have a candle in their purse? A candle. Please, somebody have a candle. This would be, we got underwear lady. You'll be known as Candle Man. Anybody? No? Okay, next one. Nail polish. Nail polish. Anybody? Okay, that shocks me. Nobody in the wings? Nobody? No? Oh. We will not take a shot of her, but someone just went, I have a bottle of vodka. There we go, yeah. Only at the Minnesota State Fair. Okay, finally, who has a sewing kit? Oh, sewing kit right there. Give it up for her. Oh, and right here, we have 2 left. That is perfect. Okay, thank you, everybody. I can't believe we have Underwear Woman, we have Vodka Woman. This was a successful segment, let me tell you. Don't forget, we're going to be live every day at 10 a.m. You don't need tickets to the show. You just need tickets to the fair. Let's give it up for Shannon, by the way, who will be with us for the rest of the week while Kendall takes some days off. We survived, girl.
Yes, well done, well done.
And no matter where we are, I always end the show like this. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.